Well, welcome to the KC Stars, where we talk to people in the local Kansas City film community. And I have with me Omega Edwards, who is a producer, actor, also a musician, casting director, and a musician promoter. So I'll let you introduce yourself better than me, sir.
Yes, Omega Edwards, some will call me Omega the Great, OTG. Yes, I'm from St. Louis, North St. Louis, Walnut Park neighborhood. I am an artist. Right now I'm distributed with Empire. Chances are, um, after this year, it could go longer. It could be something different. We don't know, but we're in negotiation. And also I started with Guardians of the Galaxy way back in 2017, the second one, not the first one. So yeah, I got my hands in a little bit of everything for the most part.
Since you brought that up, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start with pictures first. I'm going to ask you about these pictures, and then we'll come back to the main part of the interview.
Uh-huh.
Since you brought that up, there's my first picture. Tell me about this, sir.
Wow, memories. I was a Ravager. I was part of Yondu's crew. If anybody's a fan of Marvel or in Guardians of the Galaxy, Yondu's guy that's painted blue, that whistle, and the spirit just come at you. So I was part of his crew. We were like space pirates, basically. And it was shot in Atlanta back in 2017. I was on set, and it was a great experience. Being a young actor trying to break his way through the industry. And on top of that, with that film, that was my very first film I actually worked on. Like first set, first everything.
And I saw your scene, and you were in like with a huge mohawk, and the raccoon killed you.
Blew us up. Yes.
That's awesome. That is a beautiful story. That is so incredible. And
it,
tell me
it, it
about
was something.
this.
Wow. Wow. Oh, Charles Edwards. He was a guy that's good friends with Damon Belligieri. He's a mentor, big brother of mine from St. Louis, a power lifter. So he brought me on that show, as basically like a coach to help him through it. And wow, I'm sorry, it's just wow, I haven't seen that in years. Yeah, he brought me on, and like I was just part of the team to like root him on, like cheer him to glory. And he did good, for somebody that weighs 230 pounds at like 6'1", 6 foot. So he was the heaviest they had that night, but he did well.
And I've met him before. He is so muscular, so big and strong. I can't picture him carrying all that weight like they all do, the Ninja Warrior, climbing stuff, holding
Yeah.
on. He's probably got a wonderful grip, but it's like those 140-pound dudes have a better chance. And what is this?
Whoa. Oh, okay. Ooh, that is way back. Okay, where did you find these? Okay, if I remember the name, that was Tales from the Interim. I can't remember. It was so long ago, but I remember that's Darlene. She was Madam Professor. Oh wow, wow. Yeah, that project was right after I did Guardians of the Galaxy. And that was when Kansas City actually, yeah, that was when Kansas City first gave me my role. Yeah, my first role in Kansas City.
What was your role like there? I can recognize the church. What was your role like?
Um, just security, part of a task force that protects her, and I guess the guys in the suits that were coming to get her, and we were there to handle the situation. She basically told me to go get him, and I went and got him.
Awesome. Awesome.
Wow, I was not expecting that. That's good. Wow. Oh,
This is your big thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Christian Middleton, man. I'm gonna tell you right now about that guy before I tell you about the project. Love working with him. Energy is high, and we have this chemistry on film that's just when we go heads up with each other and like we have them intense dialogues. It's like you can feel the energy between us. Like it's like heat. Like we can't stand each other, but we need each other. It's wow, wow. And he used to be a double for Iron Man.
Oh,
If you
wow.
really look at him, he did. This was like way, way back in the day.
And what was the
Wow.
project?
Oh, got off track. The project was Streetrunners. It was basically a film somewhat about my life growing up in St. Louis, but also about a Kansas City mafia boss, Tom Pendergrass, who basically made Kansas City what it is today through prostitution money, liquor, gambling, a lot of underworld stuff. So we took a lot of that old history of Kansas City and took a piece of my history growing up in St. Louis, and then we meshed it into one great story, and it it did fantastic.
So who wrote this or who were the writers?
So starting off, I wrote it, but I wasn't good as a writer as far as a script. So I went to Ken Barnhart from Ken Barnhart Films, and he read the script. He said, "You have something here, something worth gold. Let me take a look at it, and I'll get back with you." So after I think 2 weeks, he called me and said, "I have a script for you, and I want you to come read it." And I sat down and I read it. And he gave me the script, and it was magic.
That is awesome. I saw you actually did a wonderful, wonderful job in this. It was just outstanding job. Outstanding.
I thank Kent for that. I thank Kent and the schooling, or I won't say schooling, but it was like a mini camp with Marvel, and they had us like basically do these random exercises and activities to learn how to get outside the box of just reading what's on paper, more of acting the role out.
Very cool. Tell me about this.
That was fun. Yeah, I think you know a lot about that one too.
Yeah, not as much as you.
So, from Street Runners, my character on the previous thing was Ken Jordan, by the way. But on this film, my character was Tyrone. He's basically he worked for Mr. Big as one of his cap homes, and he just get his ass whooped. TNT just beat his ass with bags of chips. She smacks him around, kicks him around. I get beat up in the dojo. Um, yeah, I just get beat up all over the place. Even though I'm a big bad thug, I just get beat up all over the place.
Hey, I love it. I love playing the bad guy that everybody hates that gets theirs in the end,
Yep.
and it's cool. And what we got here?
Now that's a goodie. Now that was a project I got to work with Aaron Dougherty and be a producer. That is the best day of your life. It's on Tubi, Amazon Prime. It has myself, you, of course, Michael Samp or Mike Sampson from Chicago. He's a comedian that's on plenty of BT shows right now. Benzino, of course, right there in the picture. And that's his brother, I believe, Alan Michael. That's him. And we all just basically playing security task force inside this bad, twisted dream. Like he's having two dreams. One is a blissful dream with weddings and bells, and then another dream where he don't want to get married, and it's a nightmare. And we're chasing them and abusing them and beating on them, making them pee on themselves, and then Benzino threats him with the gun and make them get married.
And you know what? It's still a really fun story. What's going on here?
Oh, that's TNT Jackson. That's Tyrone. He found something off a plane. He found some packages, and him and the gang are about to do something with it for Mr. Biggs.
And there's Ricky right there. I recognize.
Yep, Ricky Williams and Glenn Moore. Yep, I remember those guys. Those my guys.
That's awesome. And there's the guy you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Damon Bellinger. Yeah, yeah, the pro bodybuilder. Yep, that's basically my mentor, my big bro. Like he taught me a lot about fitness, health, and just we started off in St. Louis together doing security and got into a lot of fights, a lot of fights. But we held our own. We became brothers in arms after that.
Now he's the one who was in Ninja Warrior, correct?
No, his best friend, one of
His
his
best
other
friend was. Oh,
friends.
okay,
Yep, yep,
okay.
yep.
I was picturing this guy, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, having to hold that body up.
No, his
Not that he
friend's
couldn't do
about as
some
big
pull-ups.
too. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
his
sure he
friend's
could do
about the
some
same
pull-ups.
size. He's stronger than he looks like.
Oh
He's
yeah. And then this is something I know you're working on now. What is this?
Oh, that's a podcast. Right. Actually, I'm in the studio that filmed that podcast, BLE Studio. That's with Wise King. I'm sorry, Wise King Leo. I remember that podcast. Yep, that was a goodie with myself, Benzino, and then the guy with the long hair. If you ever remember the show Boondocks, where Cat Williams was playing the pimp named Slickback. Well, that guy with the long hair, that's the real pimp named Slickback, named Nadilac.
There's Benzino,
Uh-huh.
and there's you.
Yep.
Recognize some of the people there. That's a pretty good group you got there, man.
Oh yeah, that's when we was doing a quick tour during the summer between Kansas City, St. Louis, and then we went to Jacksonville.
Well, very cool. Very cool. You always have a lot going on. I remember that. You always have a lot.
Yeah, we're right now we're in the middle of a project right now for Missouri. It's like a urban cultural broadcast show for music, lifestyle, entertainment, fitness and health. It's just so much wrapped into 1 hour of just many segments and a mic drop countdown of all the artists throughout Missouri. Just highlighting Missouri from top to bottom, left, right, you name it.
Now you're from St. Louis, but you live in Kansas City now.
Yep.
What
Officially now. I was in LA for a while and now I'm officially a Kansas City resident.
Kansas City man now.
I love it. I love it.
What about St. Louis? I know you really love St. Louis. Are you ever going to go back, or do you think you're in Kansas City now?
Um, hmm. There's been a debate for about 3 years now, and I'm loving Kansas City. It grew on me. It
Okay.
grew on me too much, and the love I have here, the people, is just like one big family. Like I don't see myself leaving out of here anytime soon.
Do you see yourself more in the film business or more in the music business?
If I can say both, I would, but I would say more of the film.
More the
Because even though
film.
music is a passion, that was a passion that came from my grandmother because she loved music. She recorded a record a long time ago and she always wanted to go big, but she never did. So that part of me came from her. And my brother, of course, he taught me a lot about rapping, of course, because that's all he ever did. Anytime he got a table and two pencils and pens, he was rapping about something. So they always had the dream of doing it big for that. So that's made me want to pick up that sword and swing it. But my passion and my heart now is forever going to be in the film side.
How did you get started in film? I mean, I know your first big project was
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxies 2, but like, what made you decide, like, I want to do this?
Well, on which end, far as being an actor or a
Yeah,
producer, or
either one, the movie
either
and
one, okay.
yeah.
I would say what drove me more to the film side was just watching it just develop from a thought, and now it's on paper. And now we have to hire people or actors, go through a casting call. Then we got to get PAs. It's like a whole system. And then you watch it get built so much. And then to the day you film it all, and right down to that last part, see that footage. And once you see that footage, it's like, I did that because it was in my brain first. Now I made it reality.
So do you do like the project you have going on now? Tell me your roles in it, like from start to finish.
Well, right now, I just handle most of the creative part, just making more and more content and more segments. and I'm also a host with Nikki Brooks from 90.1. She's basically jumping on board and helping us like get more of the community involved. So that's what's making it more of a community based. But then we got Mr. Walker from BLE Studios. He's the one that's spearheading all of it, like basically looking at the analytics and making sure our sponsors, we're make sure we're pleasing our sponsors the right way, not saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong content. So we have just so many people that's leading it that all I do mostly now is just create more segments.
What kind of segments are you creating or are you going to create?
So right now we have XT, which is more of a high end lifestyle kind of thing with like fashion designers, business owners, things like that, or people of that nature. I'm sorry. And they are going to come in basically promoting their brand or product or whatever. And then we have Through the Garage, which is one of our more popular ones for the entertainment side with sports, cars, and things like that. So you're going to have more of urban culture in that mixture of group. And then you have Let's Lift with Damon Belligieri, which is more for our fitness enthusiasts.
Okay. And where can people find this?
Well, right now we're still in production. So we just signed a deal to do 6 episodes. So we're going to try to make it about an hour long. No promises on that, but that's our goal is to make it an hour long full of different kind of content that all walks of life can enjoy, engage with, and finally have a platform to where they don't have to feel like they have to go through the gatekeeping phase or I gotta ask this person this, and that. No. All you got to do is either submit music or talk to one of our PA, I'm sorry, one of our PA people, and we'll set up an interview with you. We get you on the radio. We get you sitting in front of our one of our hosts on any one of our segments of your choice, and now you can able to have a platform. You can just spread your wings.
That's awesome. Awesome. What are you wanting to accomplish? Like in the film industry and podcast, creating content? What are your goals?
No, that's a question. Not too many people ask me that. I think you might be the first to ask, "What's my true goal with all this?" I can honestly say I don't really have a goal far as ending point or end game or anything. I just want to see that everybody that ever wanted a chance to have a shot. That's that's just it. I never got a shot. I had to go through the back door and find my way into the house to get my recognition. So I just want to see everyone else do it. That's if that's the end goal, then yeah, that's it.
That's a great end goal. That's like a very kind end goal. I mean, that's very nice. I mean, that really is. You kind of want to give people the help that you didn't get, it sounds like.
Yeah, because it was tough earning. Well, St. Louis, it was hard getting that kind of recognition and spotlight because it's so tight. So if you not in that circle, it's kind of hard to elevate. So then coming to Kansas City, it was kind of the same, but not the same. It was more open, but still like, hey, you're not from our city, so we don't know, but we're going to give you a fair chance to prove yourself. Which I'm in debt for Kansas City for that because not too many people gave me that opportunity to build my brand. So once Kansas City got behind my brand, it was like, yeah, this is it. Like I got to give back. I gotta help.
Why do you go by Omega? Of all things to choose. What about Alpha? Alpha Edwards. What about Omega Edwards?
So say Alpha Edwards and say Omega Edwards. What do you? But more importantly, I would say, honest to God, is because I'm a Leo. And a lot of people say, "Hey, you look like a Leo. You look like a lion. You got the beard, the long hair, the colored eyes, and I'm very bold and I work out relentlessly. I have the mindset to just want to go with determination. Use my mentality more than I use my physical or my mental more than my physical. It's like everything I embodied that character, and then my name Lawrence Edwards." And then I added the Omega for the symbol, created LEO, Leo. So
Gotcha.
brought it all together, Omega.
I like it. I never knew that. I really like that.
It's crazy how it all fell in place, but it just worked.
What do you like most about like acting and producing? What do you like most about it?
Connections. We all are connected and people are resources. So if I can find a way to connect with someone and they can connect back with me, and then we can help each other grow this pool of people that we connected to, a community, then now we got a network. So it's all about just expanding that. I mean, there's going to always be dope projects coming out left, right, up, down, you name it. But things that last forever is going to be the people you create great memories with. And that's kind of what I kind of go off on in the industry. Like when you showed them pictures, it was like, wow, like just a surge of memories just came through my head and I just couldn't find it because like you were trying to ask me questions, but I'm trying to like wow, I see all these things. I remember doing that. I remember doing this. I remember that person. Like I could list a lot of names, but in the moment it was like I was frozen in time because I didn't remember that. Like I lost track of that. Remembering is a gift. So I didn't remember all that until you showed that. And that's what made it so great is the fact I met those great people and I'm able to go back in time for just right now, you just saw, and remember all that.
That's very cool. What advice would you give to someone who wants to be an actor, producer, director, filmmaker? What advice would you give?
Be you. We have enough in the world of people trying to be something they're not and trying to be something like something else. Be you and be authentic.
How do you spend your time when you are not on these types of projects? What do you do in your spare time? Not working.
My babies. I love my babies. I'm always with them. I don't get to spend much time with my oldest son because he's always at school or he's always traveling with his friends and his family, and he's getting older now, so he wants to hang out with cousins and friends. So I try to spend as much time with all of them, especially the little ones, as much because they grow up fast. The
It's true.
days are long, but the years are short.
Yes, sir. What can you tell me about your time in Los Angeles? Why did you go there? What was the purpose? How long were you there? That kind of thing.
Wow.
PG rated. I know the R
Let's.
version. I don't want the R version. I want the PG version.
Oh, all right. Let's just say that when I went out to Los Angeles, it was to work on music, and let's just say that I had to learn a lot about myself and who I am and what I need to work on better. And I missed great opportunities being impatient because I went out there to work with labels. I met a lot of people that worked with Nipsey Hussle before he passed. He was a great artist, more of an entrepreneur than an artist because he was teaching people how to make money and how to start their own business and brand. So I wanted to meet a lot of his people and work with his people. And I got to work with a producer that worked with him, and everything was going good. Met some people from Death Row. Worked on two singles with David Harris Jr., which is he's an A&R of that label. It was good times, but as a young person, I made a lot of stupid decisions, and I messed up something that could have been great.
Well, all right. Let me derail this then and ask you, somebody's coming to town
Hmm.
and they've never been to Kansas City. You got relatives far away? People far away?
All over the place,
Okay, somebody's
all over.
coming far away and they're coming to Kansas City and they say, I don't care if it's Kansas or Missouri. I can only go to one barbecue restaurant Please just take me to the best. Where are you
Jack
taking?
Stack.
Jack Stack. Okay, Jack Stack's probably the most popular choice.
Look. Now hold on. Let me say this because I met the owner of Gates. Great guy. He really showed us mad love. But I enjoyed the sauce. The sauce
Yes.
was amazing. Like
Sauce is great there.
I'm just sticking my finger in it and just scooping it. Like, what is this? This is new. But Jack Stack meat just falls off the bone.
Yeah. Jack
Mm,
Stack is awesome.
mm.
Another place you ought to consider going, LC's or Slaps. Man, those two places, LC's in Missouri, Slaps in Kansas, KCK, they are
Trying to think.
both
I
excellent.
think I heard of slaps being mentioned in a few conversations with some of my good friends out here in Kansas City. Hmm.
LC's is pretty good. And
LC's. I don't think.
yeah, it's, gosh, it's at Hardesty and, gosh, I want to say Blue Ridge, but I don't think that's right. Oh, well, I'm no good at giving directions, but it's really good. It's in the Missouri side. Um, it's
Hmm.
wonderful. You got to give it a try. It doesn't look like much when you pull up, but it's absolutely wonderful.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually look it up on Yelp and you can watch them open. They have the smoker right here and they open it while you're there and then they bring stuff out and cut it and smoke goes up. Got the ceiling painted black because you know that smoke's just coming up on there. It is wonderful.
I gotta go. I gotta go see that.
Yeah,
You
it's
know, 'cause
not
St.
like
Louis, we're big on rice, fried
Jack
rice and
Stack's
pizza.
like far away, like the smokers, I don't know where they are, probably in the back somewhere. It's right there in the front
Okay.
room. So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm gonna
I
check
kind of
it
like it
out.
because of that too. I will admit, I kind of like,
LC's.
yeah, I kind of like it because of that too.
LC's. Okay. Well, it has to match Jack Stack because Jack Stack, that's my stuff.
Jack Stack's pretty good, man. I got to admit, Jack Stack,
That's my stuff.
their burn ins are spectacular, spectacular.
Mm, perfect.
Um, what do you think makes somebody good at something?
Repetition.
Expand
Because
on that.
so if somebody can do something once, you can call it a fluke, but if they constantly doing it, I mean, it's no longer a fluke. That's just in them.
What do you think makes you good at something?
Repetition. If I constantly keep doing it over and over and achieving the same things over and over, or if I achieve something different, or whatever the case may be, it's like saying that okay, Tom Brady is the best quarterback we ever seen because he has how many rings?
7.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan's the best at basketball for how many rings?
I want to say 8, but I'm not sure I'm right.
No, he's six.
6. Okay,
He's
6.
six,
Yeah.
six. I mean, it's just like using numbers to make a statement because numbers don't lie. So yes, like repetition. If I see this happen over and over, this person constantly doing this, constantly exceeding, constantly just making major moves or moving mountains or signing deals or whatever the case that person doing, you gotta say that person good or damn good. One
Mm.
or the other. Excuse my French.
So where do you see yourself like in a year, in 5 years, if everything goes your way? Like an interview question.
Interview question. Right. If everything's going my way, hopefully by next year we can do another season of the Ozone where we can travel to a different state and we can spread this opportunity to a different state.
What about in 5 years?
In 5 years, I just hope to be living and having good health.
Okay.
But
All right.
far as my career, I just want to make sure we got stability. We're constantly doing this and we're constantly changing lives one day at a time and, shining light and giving out new talent.
What's your success story in producing? What's this? Give me a success story.
I would say something that was successful that I did as a producer is having at least not one, but Two projects win awards.
Wow. Which projects?
Street Runner, it won in the Kansas City International Film Fest, and TNT Jackson won. I mean, not TNT Jackson. I apologize. Best Day of Your Life. That one won. I would say it was selected multiple times and won. I would say two or three
The
altogether.
audience award at the Kansas City Film Festival. I remember that.
Yeah, and it won LA and some. And it was some other places too. I got to get with Aaron on that one, but it won multiple.
Yeah. Were you involved in agony and ecstasy at some level?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I saw your picture, but I
Mhm.
didn't remember seeing you there. I was in a few of the episodes. I didn't know if you were a producer, actor. What did you do in that?
I produced. I help cast. Um, well, I was only two people I helped cast, which was Sapphire. She was from St. Louis. She was on the first season, and Taymon, as you would know him, International Jones.
Yeah.
He is now Sword.
He
Yeah, I
is
mean,
a just a great person. I really, really like that guy. I mean, that was
oh
a
yeah,
great person for you to send in. Um,
yeah. He, to be honest, like it was his music. Like he really got that raw, charismatic personality, and I was like, man, you working on this project. I really see you as a good fit. Like you just got main character role written all over you. And he took it and he shined with it. He, from what I was told, now he didn't directed and took it to three seasons.
you know, I was in like I don't know 3 or 4 episodes in the first season.
I remember
I,
the first one.
I wasn't in the second season at all, and then this one I'm in 1 or 2 episodes. I'm in 2 scenes total, and watching him on set between the first and the third season, it's been years. He is just so competent and confident,
Hmm.
and like I mean, he knows how to do so much now. It's like wow, I mean, he took it serious and really went all in.
He had to. I gave him some of the same advice that was given down to me. Is like when you step out there, you own it, and you don't back down, and you just keep going, like you shine. And I was
Mhm.
happy to see him shine. He did it, and it was like wow, like you wouldn't expect it until you see it, and it's like oh.
That's awesome. And we were in Best Day of Your Life together. I don't know if you can see it there. It's it's
Nice,
too shiny. Too
nice,
shiny, too shiny, but
nice. I see it. I see
it's right
it.
there. When we were in that, like what was the hardest part for you and what was the easiest part for you?
The hardest part was doing the producing part because I was fresh. So it was part of the producing that people didn't know I was doing. Like I went out of town to go pick up Mike Sam and bring him on, the comedian that's now booming in Chicago. So it was like I had to drive out there to get him, and then I had to do paperwork, and it was like being a producer. It was like you had to be the foot soldier, and then like I was working with another uh, producer who was also a director of the film, which was Aaron. So us having ideas, it was like sometimes it would mesh together good, but sometimes it'd clash, and then it was different, but we made something happen. Now the strengths or the best part was once again it was fun, like especially the scene you did, like when you came in and my child, and it was just I was like oh hell no, and then you just started pulling a gun out on everybody at church. Who pulls a gun out on people at church? Like who does?
Hey, that was
And
part
then
of the
what was that
script.
story about the seashell, the starfish, the star? What was that?
The starfish I made up, I will admit, but the gun was part of the script.
I mean, yeah, it was part of the script, but it was like I didn't see that coming. I was even taken aback. I'm in security, with full tactic gear, and I'm looking. I was like, yeah, like what the heck? Like, of course it's a prop, but I didn't see it. I was
Yeah.
like, that was good. That was good acting. That was some great.
Yeah, I thought you did a great job too. I like when the guy peed his pants and oh my
Oh,
God. You were all up in him and you were
that
like,
was Aaron's idea.
oh my goodness.
He was like, "Hey, you know what you should do? You should put your finger in it and taste it." I was like, "Ah."
That was great. It was so funny.
I,
Uh,
I I took one for the team that night, even though I know it was fake peas. Still,
yeah,
I
yeah.
took one for the team that
No,
night.
no, it's funny whenever like sometimes if people are laughing as they're doing stuff, it's not funny. But when people are real intense and serious, like you're serious about finding out what that is and telling that guy off, and you do it like you're real intense and really mad, but it's silly stuff, it's like it's hilarious. You were hilarious in that as a straight man, that was
I
good.
was, I couldn't believe Aaron told me to do that, and then I was just like, "All right, here we go." Yeah, I got. Ah, man, it was fake, but still, it's just like it was in my head. Like I got to do this.
Wow. That's good. Any other scenes stand out to you?
Um. Oh, when I had to chase Allen, oh my God. Like jumping down them steps and then me and him fighting, like it was a part where we got like I guess I got a little bit too into it and having too much fun and I took him and I accidentally threw him over my head and I'm like, oops. Like he was like, man, I'm too little for you to throw me that high. You can be just throwing me that. I'm like, my bad. I thought we was playing around. I didn't know like you was fighting me back.
Yeah. Your friend, is it Damon? Your friend was
Damien, yep, yep.
Damon whenever he was choking out, like Alan said, he's like, hey, a little easier. Everybody's roughing up Alan.
I remember that part. Yeah, he turned into a balloon.
It was pretty good.
That was good. That was
I
good.
enjoyed
Good
that
times.
movie. I've been wanting to work with Aaron again for forever, but he's like not moving real like some people move real fast. He moves real precise,
Yes.
which is good. I mean, it's good. Like, like some people do like a feature a year. Some people do more than
Mhm.
one feature a year. Some people do a feature every few years. Um, and they try to get everything perfect. And I think he's one of those every few years, but try to get it perfect.
Right. He builds brick by brick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was able to get in his mind a little bit.
He's a real sharp guy. And like,
Yeah.
I see him making it. It's hard to make it. There's, Todd Sheets, of course. Um,
Man, that's my guy. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Todd Sheets had made a comment about how it's the best time and the worst time to be a filmmaker. It's the best time because basically you spend a few $1,000s, you can have a decent camera and make a movie and you can buy edit programs and all that. But it's the
Right.
worst time because everybody else is doing it. Where in the past you put that movie out and a lot of people would see it. Now it's just the market's just stacked.
Yeah. It's like flooded and then some things become lost files. It's just like the music business. Like it's millions of songs every day just lost. Just because they just don't blow up. They just get lost in the file because from just your phone, you can just start from GarageBand. Hell, that's what I did with my music. My first single, I started with my phone, recorded from my phone,
Yeah.
edited from my phone, and registered it from my phone.
Well, I was in a music video with you and it was not phone edited.
Well, that was
You spent some money on that. You brought in like top people. That was good. Tell me more about that.
yeah. With
Welcome to
that,
the Midwest.
welcome to the Midwest. To be honest, that song. Wow, that video. Yeah, there was some money spent on that. The same guy that did that video, um, Victor Dominguez, he also did Tech Nine's Face Off in video with The Rock, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I want to use that guy. So John Ram, which is a guy that I contact, I would say he's not a freelancer, but at the time he was a freelancer. he reached out to Dominguez and was like, hey, like, come on, like, we got this project. And I told him the project, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have this priest come on. I know the perfect guy for it, and he's gonna be basically blessing all of us to basically take over the Midwest and protect the Midwest. So I had this whole theatrical concept for it. It didn't happen the way I had in mind. But with that said, when they said this is more MTV professional, you want this more than what you're trying to do because that's going to cost a lot of money. And they set it up, and it was amazing. Tree on the Slaps. He's a producer that makes music. He's an engineer. He produced the song, did a fantastic job. And then we had you, of course, as one of the main actors. Then we had Don Juan, which is was Tech Nine's producer back when he started. He came on to basically bless Tree on the Slap as the new producer. It was just a whole thing, and yeah, it was some money spent, but it was worth it.
It was really good. Is it still out there playing somewhere?
Yes, I didn't do much promotion on it because at the time we was in LA, it was a lot of negotiation going on between me and Empire Distribution and GT Digital, who's the sub company that signed me on to Empire. We were just working on some things, so I never got to really push it the way I wanted to. But it's still out there. It's on my album Wrath, Volume One, Book of the O. So you can check that out on all platforms. It's it's a dope single. I mean, I got nothing but great reviews. That's what landed me to deal with Empire. So
That's
I just
wonderful.
never really promoted it as much, but I'm going to. I look forward to it.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do, and I'm going to redo it. I don't want to say it now because it's under construction.
All right, all right,
I,
all right,
I
all right,
know
all right.
I'm redoing it because I got the Ozone stuff coming on. I got the TNT Jackson stuff. I need to really get serious about doing it because that was one of my flaws that people said is that I don't get into the internet world too much.
Well, you have like when I was looking you up on this and like you're more Instagram. Instagram,
Yes,
you have a
yes,
huge presence on Instagram.
yes.
Facebook, you got a little presence. TikTok, you got a
Hmm.
little presence, but Instagram, you have
Yes.
like thousands of people following.
Yes. 30 I just hit 31 and I'm just from this ozone show that we're working on is just growing because we got so many walks of life in it as one show and everybody's just sharing each other's resources and it's I'm getting a lot of support from people I never met that's friends of friends of friends and it's great. It's
Is it
great.
more like these shows? Is it more like I'm trying to think of a way to say it, but is it more like everybody in Missouri, like I'm trying to think of some little town, Branson, Missouri, or is
Yes.
it
Yes,
more
this is
like
Missouri's culture. Yes.
Kansas City, Jackson County only, or is it, Platte County, Clay County, Sedalia?
If you from Missouri, this is for you.
Okay, okay,
I
everybody.
mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to discriminate against any other place, but this is for Missouri.
Okay,
Anywhere in Missouri, somebody needs an opportunity. We here to help.
very cool. Does it cost to be on the show?
Well, starting off the first season, what we're doing is building it. So I don't want to say it costs anything because the amount of revenue that we're trying to get on from what we put in, the ROI. Um,
You're trying to get your money back with viewers, build up viewers before you start
Yeah, because
charging people.
I don't
Yeah,
want to charge people to come on the show to get themselves out there.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not our goal. Our goal is to get sponsorships and get viewers, and then we can say, come on, we'll get you on a segment. You're a dope talent. We just discovered you. Come on.
So what, I guess you're looking for anybody in Missouri who has a talent and wants promoted in any way. Is that kind of,
Talent, business, anything. Like you got to think about how many times this been said. There's a lot of raw talent out there that just don't get discovered.
yeah, it's
Right.
true.
Right. But here it is. We're going to try to find something. And then we're going to get that person because that's how we grow as people. That's how we connect more. That's how connections turn into friendships.
Do you have any kind of a pivot again, any acting projects that you're looking to do or that you've been cast for or that you're or producing?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
I want to I want to give 110% into this project I'm working on right now.
Very good. On acting and filmmaking, I know you're not done with that. What would motivate you to keep going in producing and acting? We talked about why you got into it, but what motivates you 5 years from now to drive to Atlanta to be in a movie or
Okay.
do one in Kansas City? What motivates you to do that in the next few years?
Um, Someone asked that similar question actually, and that's cool that you asked that. My dad. I grew up not really having them much in my life, so when I started having them in my life in a later age, um, I was a knucklehead at first, but then when I got into this acting stuff, he was just so impressed and was just constantly being my biggest cheerleader. So he just said, "Son, like, keep going. I don't ever want you to stop." So, and I just feel like because he gave me that them words of encouragement and finally that praise that a young boy looking from his father or looking for from his father. I I'm going to only keep doing it just because of that.
Very cool. What do you think makes you stand out?
You know what? The fact that I would say I don't see myself bigger or different than anybody else. Like I don't let the whole Hollywood or the whole thing. No, I don't. I don't get into that. My thing is I focus more on the people that wants to have a dream come true, and we help them. I like the reaction of seeing people do good more than myself become the standout guy. I'm more of a cheerleader for other people. So I guess having that in me is what makes me stand out, just cheering for others.
How does that, like with the people you're around, do people support that? Like,
I mean,
you got
I
cheerleaders for you, for instance?
I got plenty of people I'm sitting at BLE studio right now with Mr. Walker right next to me. And he like, like, yeah, like he's been like a mentor to me ever since I got out here and like started working in the industry. Like once I did my first podcast at BLE studio, he was constantly getting me on projects, and we did our first event, the 5 mic challenge with Benzino together at Harvest in the Hood. And he just constantly been like in my ear, like, hey, you got to do this better. You got to walk like this when you're in this kind of town because you're from a different city. So people, how you are, and how others might not mesh together well. So you got to know how to level yourself. And having somebody like that is like I like to look at it as a wise man. He helps navigate me to the right place. And I got plenty of those. Damon Belligieri, he's always there for me when I need him. Any project I'm on, he's shooting straight up the highway. Frecavelli, he's working on the Ozone through the garage. He's the host of that segment. He's always been a mentor and a big brother to me since I was little, since I was a baby. So I have a good support system of people. Like I can list over and over and over these names, but I mean, all them names I'm listing I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. I'm being honest with you.
That's good. I've always liked you. I've always thought you were uh, trying to figure out the way to word this, but I think you're like a really kind person. I think you are like a genuine, legitimate, nice person. You don't see that every day. You don't see that every day. I really view you that way. I
You
think
know
very
what?
positive of you.
I feel the same way. So let me say this, so that way we set the record right here on your show, because we're gonna set that record straight. You were the first one that got me nationally on television, like I mean on a TV show. Because who else said something about TNT Jackson to me? Who else told Amanda to reach out?
Hey, I help people. I do low key cast for
So
people
you
I
gotta
like.
you gotta say you definitely got a good heart too, and that's why a lot of people gravitate to you because you will call somebody in a second and say, "Hey, check this project out. I'm doing it right now." So you got to support. Like I'm going to be here for you too, because I look at you like family. Because you always say, "Here, try this role." Try every time I called you to come to a event or a video, whatever. You there? You in any project I'm in, you pretty much in. So there's the evidence, right?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, it's also like different people do different, have a different amount of participation in acting in Kansas City.
Mm,
Like there are some people that do like one director and they do everything with that director, that writer director, and they do one,
mm,
like that's their group. And if there are two projects made that year, they're in two projects. And that
okay.
writer
Mm,
director only uses their little core group over and over.
right.
And sometimes people get or actors end up helping to write and all that, but they're in like a group. And
Yeah,
then
click.
yeah, and then maybe occasionally branch out, but then go back to that group. I never really been in a group in my mind. I'm kind of in a group with Crude Cinema, but there's like uh, I go anywhere, and so I'm starting to slow down on that. Just because you meet people that like there's a level of competence some people have and some people don't, and it's
Mm,
I like to go. Maybe I get why people do that, I guess is what I'm saying. And but by doing that, by doing 10 or 15 projects a year, then you want them to be as good as possible. And if there is an opening and I know someone that would fill that and do a wonderful job, I push for them. And it's a selfish thing too, because I want the project to be good. And so, like, if they want somebody who's good and I know somebody that's good, I'm going to say, I've done scenes with this person. I know them.
mhm.
I trust them. They'll show up. They'll do what they're supposed to. I pass them on. Um, but if I've done projects with people, most people actually have been pretty nice, but like every once in a while I meet somebody that you think, I really don't care if they're here or not. I probably
Yeah.
bring them up.
You see, when we do this in this industry, we got to look at this like this is your job. Think of this like your brand is your job. You are clocking in to work. So you got to go into work with that mentality. I'm about to kill this. I'm about to be the best, whatever I can be in that moment for whoever I can be it for. And if the producer's like, hey, I need you to be this crazy psycho killer that spits on people and kick them in the face or something, then you got to be there. If that's not in your nature, you got to pull that out of you and make them believe that in order for you to get bigger and better roles. So some people don't take that serious. They just look at it as like, oh, I'm not gonna do all that. I don't want my family thinking me of that kind of person. Well, that's how you're gonna lose good jobs. And people like you are not gonna refer people like that if they're not bringing all their effort to the table. It's a job. It's a career.
What you were just saying. I really like what you're saying. But I was just thinking, what would be the perfect role for you? Like as an actor, what would be the perfect role that you could play well? It doesn't have to be a good guy. It can be, but it's like, what do you think? I can fit this. I know that I got this. What would it be?
I want to be a villain.
Villain. I love villain roles.
I love you just get the just mess some stuff up. And
So
then you
tell
could just
me, when you say villain, what are you meaning? Are you meaning like the Joker, or are you meaning more hardcore? Like, what do you talk about villain role?
now Joker, he's one of my favorites, but he's not the top. I mean, I'm thinking like if you was to take who Leonidas was on 300 and make him bad,
Okay, I got you.
that's where I would go. Or if you would take Hercules and just make him bad. So I would say a good person to use as an example that would be like a Hades. If they would do a movie, a Greek mythology movie, and they asked me to play Hades, I'll play Hades.
That's good. Yeah, you got the body for it too. You could take off your shirt, have that pitchfork, like, man, you're like, oh, this guy, like, wow, like, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. That would be
Yeah,
good.
I want to play Hades. That's if it was ever a villain role, I think I'll be able to play him well.
That's awesome. Awesome. What about like when you look at movies, like are you drawn to comedies, dramas, like sci-fi? What are you drawn to?
As a kid, I just used to watch a lot of TV. So whatever, and being poor back in them days, you just watch whatever comes on. So when I started just sitting there watching movies, this is whatever. I like dialogue. I like good dialogue. You can have a crappy movie, but if your dialogue is really good to where I can just follow the story and I can understand where it's going, I would sit and watch anything. You just gotta have great dialogue.
Awesome. As a producer, what type of movie would you like to produce? Where do you think you have the best connections and know-how?
I would want to do something like a Fast and Furious because Street Runners is kind of in that range, but not close, not too close. So I want to go more into that.
Excellent. Is there anything you thought we were going to talk about that we haven't talked about?
Man, you asked me a lot of stuff that had me thinking. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we covered. Like you had me thinking. This you really good at this. Like
Oh,
you
good.
good at getting me to engage because I have to really think about it. And them pictures just really got me. So hey man, this was great. I love this. I recommend this to a lot of people.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I, I'm trying to think of I just had another question, but I was listening to you, so I forgot it. So, what's your words of advice? And I'll try to think of my question while you give your words of advice.
Um, you kind of go back to the beginning. Be you and be authentic.
When you say be authentic, what do you mean by be authentic?
You don't have to replicate. You don't have to mimic, copycat, whatever word you want to use to be something like someone else. Just be you. Your authenticity is what gives that light that's in you. So trying to copy somebody to be like them and to shine off, I guess, a light that you think is you is not. It's you shining off their light because you're copying them. Be you. Show your light. Don't try to copy off someone else.
Very cool. Um, what are your thoughts of the day? Give me your thought of the day.
Thought of today. Ooh. Or I thought of today. I'm sorry. Ooh, so many. I'm picking a goodie. I want a goodie. The less you say can sometimes be the best you can say.
And then I want to ask you to expand on it, but then that kind of defeats the purpose. Uh, but hey, it was great to talk to you. I truly, truly appreciate
My
you
dude,
coming on.
man, you my dude. I love working with you. Love conversing with you. I can't wait till we do future projects. And I better catch you on the Ozone. I better catch you,
I'll be there. I'll be there.
my dude.
All right. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.